Welcome back. Math is easy, step by step. Here in this part 48 video, we're going to talk about percentages. Now we're going to talk about real world scenario percentages, right? So percentage off or discount is called a markdown. You would subtract from the original value of the price. Interest, percent interest, right, is a markup. You would add a value to the original price. Hey, let's check out some of these real world math problems. So again, markdown is like a discount or percentage off a particular item. All right, a markup is an item that you would add to the original price. Taxes, you add taxes to an original price. Interest on a loan, you would add a value or a price on top of that loan amount. All right, so here we go with example number 1. This is going to be a markdown example. And I just want to say, these are real world type of problems. And if you can't figure out how to determine a discount of a certain percentage of an item, you will get ripped off. People will take advantage of you. You'll get ripped off, whether it was an accident or intentionally done. You want to make sure you can do this. So if you haven't figured this out already, this is real life stuff that you'll be doing all of your life. So hey, let's just get right down into it. Number 1, shoes cost $350, right? The discount is 32% off. The question is, what is the markdown value? What is the discount value? What is the cost of the shoes with the discount of 32% off before taxes are added, right? So what are you going to do? Let's check out step number 1. Okay, so for step number 1, you want to convert the 32% into a decimal. And then you'll multiply that decimal with the cost of the shoes, the original cost of the shoes, which is $350, right? So if you've been watching and following along my videos, this is going to be very simple. It'll make perfect sense to you. If not, go back, watch a few more of my videos that I've made prior. So you have 32%. There's the invisible decimal. Show that decimal, and you're going to move that decimal 2 times to the left, 2 times to the left. You're going to get rid of the symbol, and you'll have your percent as a decimal, right? 32 hundredths or 0.32. Now you're going to multiply that decimal value times the original cost of the item, which you can see here was $350. Okay, so I want to show you this at a little larger scale. We have $350 times the percent as a decimal, 0.32. Now something when you multiply manually, like a lot of you can just punch this into a calculator. 350 times 0.32, it'll give you an answer. Some folks taking a standardized assessment cannot do that. They will not be allowed a calculator. So I want to go through the steps very slowly. So take a notice here. To the right of the decimal, you have 1, 2 digits to the right of the decimal. You need to keep that in mind. You need to remember, because when you go to finalize this answer, this product, right? Product's the answer to a multiplication problem. You're going to have to move that decimal in an opposite direction 2 times, right? For this example, 2 times. So keep that in mind. There's 2 digits to the right of that decimal, all right? So I'm going to start with the 2. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5 is 10. I have the 0. I carried the 1. It's written there in green. And so I will add that to my next product. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. Now, before I can multiply with this next digit of 3, I'm going to have to put a value right under that first 0 before I start to multiply. What value is that? Do you remember? All right, if you said that value was a 0, you're absolutely correct. Yip, Skippy, getting it done. All right, so you got to put a placeholder here before you even start to multiply with that next digit. So let's just get started. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 5 is 15. I'll put the 5 right here. I'll carry the 1, right? and I will add it to my next product. So 3 times 3, the product is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. So once you have these two values, you're going to add top to top and bottom to bottom. You're just going to add these guys right here to get your total. All right, so you have 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 7 plus 5 is 12. I'll put the 2. I'll carry the 1 over. 1 plus 0 is 1. And 1 plus 0 is 1. So my value here is 112, but really it was 11,200, right? And so this is where that decimal comes into play I told you about. Remember, you had 2 digits to the right of the decimal. So now in your final answer, you're going to show the invisible decimal here, right? And then you're going to move that decimal 2 times to the left. That's just one of the rules of multiplying, as we are doing manually. 2 places to the left, 1, 2. And so your value is 112. What is that? 112? $112. Absolutely. $112 is the markdown. Or another way to say that, $112 is the discount off of the $350 pair of shoes. So $112 is 32% of $350. The of means multiplication many times when we're doing math problems. And if you can know how to convert the percent into a decimal, you got 0.32 of means multiply. 0.32 times 350 will give you that 32% discount. So now we know what the discount is, or the markdown of $112. What do we do now? So stick with me. Stick around for part 49 video. I'm going to go over step 2 and show you what you do now. Now you have a discount. What you're going to do to get the total cost of the item. Math's easy. Take it step by step. Thank you for joining me. If I've helped you, please help me to help others. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Thank you for your time.